Good morning. Hi, how are you doing today? I am doing great. I hope you had a great breakfast, having a good, nice, relaxing morning. So today we're talking about a new vocab word for y'all. We're talking about contra-freeloading. So what is contra-freeloading? So contra-freeloading is a behavior that we see specifically in domesticated and tame animals, in which instead of going for a free food option, such as a bowl of food, they will work for their food through foraging toys or tricks and stuff like that. So why would we see this? This is a really interesting topic because in the wild, birds especially are spending 4 to 6 hours on foraging type behaviors, looking for and acquiring their food. However, in the cage, in pet care type scenarios, we're often seeing them just be handed their food in a bowl. So in contra-freeloading, the way that these experiments have been done is the animal is handed a bowl of food, and then they're also given a foraging toy. And what we see is that the foraging toy is cleared of food-related objects before the bowl is, or even the bowl may be left somewhat full because the animal has filled up on their foraging or working activity. So why do I talk specifically about domestic and tame animals? So here's the thing. An animal that is very hungry is less likely to want to work for their food first. They're going to go straight to the bowl. Just like if you got off work, you're a lot more likely to, instead of slaving hours over a nice dinner, stop by on your way home and get fast food, right? The other thing is that all of these studies importantly include an open food source in a bowl as well as the foraging activity. Finally, it's important that our pets are also taught how to forage. This may include gradually ramping up the difficulty of the foraging activity. For birds, we might train them to touch or investigate on command for a treat until that they figure out that the foraging activity includes treats and food for them. So it isn't totally in a vacuum that this contra-freeloading exists, right? So just remember, if you're interested in introducing your animal to contra-freeloading type behavior, they have food available and they're taught to access the food in the foraging situation, or you have some kind of proof that they are able to access the food and happy to access it. Happy to access it is an important point because contra-freeloading behaviors have been associated with play in gray parrots and Kias. So a study showed that when given foraging opportunities, gray parrots foraged less than Kias. Kias are a more playful species, and they seem to be having fun, showing more playful behaviors as they were foraging. So this is important because it means that we know that this isn't just a drive to get the food. It's fun for our animals. Like when you play a video game for points. The points don't necessarily mean anything, but it's fun to play the game. So, contra-freeloading behaviors. How are they going to affect your bird? A 2023 study claimed that 10 to 15% of all gray parrots, I know not all our parrots are gray parrots, but that's what we're studying. 10 to 15% of all gray parrots develop feather plucking behaviors. The same study also claimed that some scientists believe that these feather plucking behaviors are redirected foraging behaviors, and they were able to decrease the amount of feather plucking happening by providing foraging type options or contra-freeloading opportunities. Basically, your animal might decrease stereotypic behaviors of anxiety and self-harm if they're given something to do. Wild! If you had to sit in a room all day, you would be so excited to have some kind of game to play. And if you never got that game or something to do all day, of course you'd start displaying some behaviors that were maybe not super healthy. So remember, if we're going to give our parrots contra-freeloading activities, we're going to make sure they're trained to actually get the food out of it. We're going to make sure they have an opportunity to access other food in an easier manner, such as a bowl. We're going to make sure we're not overfeeding them. And we're going to make sure they're entertained. Because 4 to 6 hours in the wild would be spent on contra-freeloading behavior or foraging behaviors. They think it's a game. It has been shown to be a playful behavior, so it's kind of fun for them. And contra-freeloading behaviors can decrease stereotypic self-harm in gray parrots. The info for this video is in the sources linked down below. Additionally, if you stayed this long, hi, thank you so much. Please check out the link to my Redbubble store and pick yourself up some BeanDip stickers, some ski stickers, or just some random art I did. I can't wait to see you again, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.